I noticed probably around when Nash was born. So Crosby was about 2.5. We were having a lot of negative behaviors, a lot of impulse control, and he didn't have any impulse control. So a big spike in energy in the room would immediately send him high. And, we hear a lot about fight or flight, and Crosby was all fight. There's not a flight speck in him. So he started lashing out at his baby brother a lot. So anytime, the energy would shift or he would get hurt or anything, he would immediately lash out at Nash. And so we had him evaluated at a behavioral clinic at Children's, and they did confirm that he had ADHD and anxiety. So all of that, we tried the therapies, we did occupational therapy, we did feeding therapy, we did play therapy, all of the things, but it felt like a Band-Aid, that we weren't really getting down to the root cause of what's going on. So it was extremely hard. He had the diagnosis of ADHD and anxiety. And so, I knew going in that it was, this is a journey and it's never ending, but bringing a second kid in definitely worried me. And what even worried me more was how his behaviors and his actions were actually towards the baby. So it was very, very hard. It was very hard. We've done the therapies, we've done the medications, and nothing was truly changing him from the inside. It was all a Band-Aid. Fast forward a few years, and my friend who was here, she was seeing Dr. Lacey. She said, hey, I see a lot of kids around Crosby's age that are here getting this care. A couple of the moms have said that it's been wonderful for them. So, I think you should check it out. I mean, the second I walked through the door, I felt like home. It was kind of this overwhelming sense of peace walking in. Everyone's demeanor was very just, hey, we accept you. We're here for you. And I think for me, the biggest thing is, when I bring Crosby a new location, I'm like, okay, how is he going to act? He's going to have to behave. He's going to have to, make sure he obeys me and things. And the moment I walked in, she's like, hey, he's fine. He's fine to go wherever he wants. And I remember just feeling, okay, I can kind of relax a little bit, and he felt accepted. I think a lot of times I worry that people will see Crosby as a child with ADHD. They won't see Crosby for Crosby, but they saw him for Crosby. And I remember that first session and just seeing how patient she was and how understanding she was. I just remember thinking, we've made it. We're here. Crosby's gonna love her, and it's true. I mean, he absolutely adores Dr. Lacey. So she was also very good at answering any question I had, and also great recommendations for hey, he's not doing X, what do you recommend? And she was always able to follow up with a good suggestion. So definitely, I had a lot of trust in her the second I met her. He's succeeding at school. Transitions are really hard for Crosby. So, this summer we put him in camps, and before it would take him 3 to 4 weeks before having success. And Crosby was going in and rocking it from day one. So that would be a huge win. He's transitioning to public school in the fall. And there's so much anxiety on my part, because it's public school. There's no, this is it. This is going to lay the foundation for school for the rest of his life. And I'm confident. And I know that's because of care. I have no doubt. I've been there. I've been where you are. I've been where you are desperate to find anything to help your child. Personally, we did all the therapies, we did all the medication, we did all of the medical professionals, and we did not see a big change until we came and got the help here. There's not a negative side effect, to getting this care. And that is a big one for me. So, if you're looking if your child does have ADHD or if, you know, they have autism. You know, a lot of medical professionals are saying, hey, do this, take this, try this, right? And there's always a consequence that could happen. But, you know, there's just something that happens when you can get the care from, you know, starting from the inside. I can, you know, promise you from the other side of, you know, after getting the care, it's been completely life-changing. It has been. You know, I wouldn't even want to think about where we would be without getting this care.